Hello friends, good morning. Today we are starting with the introduction of geography. Okay, see, like geography has become the most important aspects of all the competitive examinations, Name any of the competitive examination, you will be finding at least 15 to 20 geography related questions. Any competitive examination in our India, right? From UPSC to all the state, government or state administrative services. Wherever you go, you will be finding geography related questions, right? See, now in the UPSC, the environment and ecology part has been separated into a separate module. Okay, so it is been designated as a separate module in the UPSC, right? But that is also part of geography. There is a reason because of which geography has got lots of importance in our examinations, the preparations for any of the competitive examinations. Okay, and like geography we have read long back. Till 10th or 12th classes we have learned and we have studied something about the geography. But at that time we were not knowing that geography will become so important aspect in our life after we left the studies. Okay, because we have already left the studies and some of you have done your engineerings, medicines, MBAs, MCAs, professional degrees, etc. And now you are preparing for the civil services. So I have tried and made geography much more simpler so that each and every man can understand the geographical aspects, guys. Okay, so let us start with the introduction to the geography, guys. Introduction to the geography. Okay, so when we talk about the geography, in the beginning, or even now also when you are going to different place, or suppose you are going to a metro city for job or something, or you have come for the coaching classes, because we are associated with the UPSC's coachings and the preparations. Let us take that example. We have come from different areas and we have set up in any of the metro, Delhi or Hyderabad, Bangalore, something. Okay, now when the students or the aspirants are sitting together, what they do? They will be describing the places from where they have come. Okay, or they will be telling that in our village we will be having a pond or a tank on one side we will be having the mountain, right? And the houses are being built step by step or the pocket wise or something like that. Okay, the same thing was the original definition of geography. Geography was related to description of the environment. Okay, so previously the people was telling that geography was a descriptory science. Okay, so what is a descriptory science? Generally describing the features present on the earth's surface, guys. Okay, so what is present on the earth's surface, that was being described, hence it is called as the descriptory science. And then we started describing the environment, because wherever we are, we will be influenced by the environment in which we are living, guys. Okay, so the description of the environment. Okay, then several of the definitions were given, but we are least bothered for that definitions, guys. Basically they are describing the earth or the nearby features or the related aspects of the earth. Okay, then later what happened? See, just description of the earth doesn't give lots of importance, guys, because how it is helpful for the human beings, that is more important, because the humans have to thrive in that environment or the place, right? Then we can sustain for the next periods, or our generations can sustain. We can live on this, the human race can live on this earth for eternity, guys. Okay, so that's the reason because of which what happened, later we started including environment along with the humans, and the new definition was given stating that geography is nothing but the man and environmental relationship in spatial point of view. Okay, man and environmental relationship in spatial point of view. What does that mean? See, I am wearing a coat, guys, or a blazer. right? Because I am here in an AC room. Okay, if you are sitting at home and suddenly the power went off, what you will be doing, right? You will be wearing just the banyan or the normal wears you all will be wearing in the houses and sitting in front of your laptop and looking this video or watching this video. Okay, so the environmental relationship on a spatial point of view is more important, guys. Whatever we eat, whatever we think, whatever we wear, everything depends on the environment where we are. Okay, the temperate regions, the temperate people who are living in the temperate latitudes, they must wear the upper coats because the temperatures there are very, very cold. You cannot sustain without the warm clothings, right? The people of India, the southern India, if they are wearing the suits and all, right, the blazers and all outside, people will be laughing because here the temperatures are very, very high, right? And we cannot sustain that heat and humid nature. Okay, so geography later has become the part and parcel of the human and its their environment. So the definition was man and environmental relationship in spatial point of view. Okay, but at present geography has become holistic and analytical science, guys. What is this holistic and what is this analytical? Holistic is the geography is related to each and every other sciences present. Historical geography, environmental geography, biological geography, physical geography, natural geography. Wherever you go, you can correlate geography with that sciences. That is the reason because of which we will be calling it as the holistic science. What is analytical? See, like the depression which is seen in the Bay of Bengal. Okay, now we are facing the depression in the Bay of Bengal, right? So we can say that, yeah, the depression is going to sustain there for 1 or 2 days more long because we are looking into the satellite imageries, we are decoding the imageries, we are deciphering the imageries, and we are telling that, yes, this is the weather condition for the next 24 or 72, 48 or 72 hours, right? When the cyclone is approaching, we are trying to tell the speed of the winds with which the cyclone is coming, right? At the same time, we are also trying to tell in which part of India the cyclone is going to strike or it's going to have a landfall. Okay, guys. So this is analysis. Okay, we are analyzing the aspects by looking into the satellite imageries. Okay, remote sensing is the part and parcel of the geography, guys, right? So we are trying to analyze the situations and trying to save the lives and the properties. Okay, so that's how geography has become analytical, guys. And analysis is the most important aspect of life nowadays. And geography has become that science, guys. Okay, yeah. So as such, whenever we talk about the geography, right, geography has been divided into 2 broad branches, guys. It has been divided into 2 broad branches. One is called as the natural geography, the geography given by the nature. Okay, this is also called as the physical geography. Okay, so this geography is said to be the God-given geography or the geography or the nature which has been created by the God, because each and every religion nowadays they are trying to link their religious aspects to the sciences, guys, and every religion says that their God has created the earth. So obviously it is the geography created by the God, guys. Okay, the second thing is the cultural, second branch is the cultural geography, right? The cultural geography is also called as the human geography or the man-made geography, because this is a geography which has been created by the human beings for their sustenance and survival or to live happily on this globe or the planet, guys. That's the reason because of which we or some of the people are calling this cultural geography or the human geography to be they are calling it to be the geography created by the human or the demigod. Okay, so whatever the things which are being said to be done by the God nowadays, the believers, okay, they say that everything is being made by the God, right? All the aspects of the universe are being made by the God, right? So humans are called as the demigods because except infusing the life to the dead, mind you guys, just remember this sentence, right? Except infusing the life to the dead, each and every aspect is being recreated by the humans, guys. That's the reason because of which humans are called as the demigods. See, the humans have simulated the conditions in which they have experimented with the Big Bang theory or the theory which is trying to explain the origin of the universe. Okay, guys. So when we are trying to simulate the conditions for the origin of the universe, okay, guys. So for the atheists, where is God? Okay, we are the demigods, guys. That's how the geography is being divided into two broad branches. One is the natural or physical geography, which is called as the God-given geography. The second one is the human or cultural geography, given by the demigod or created by the demigod, that is the human beings, guys. Okay, so then we'll be talking about the natural or the physical geography. Okay, we'll be talking about the natural or the physical geography, guys. Right? So the physical geography is being made up of or divided into four spheres. The total physical geography, the nature is made up of only four spheres, guys. Okay, the number one is called as the lithosphere. Lithosphere is the sphere of the rocks. Okay, sorry, sphere of the solids, guys. Lithosphere is the sphere of the solids, and the solids which are seen in the nature or visible in the nature are nothing but the rocks, guys. Okay, so it is the sphere of the rocks, we have to say that. Though it is the sphere of the solids, but for us the solids are the visible things on the surface of the earth and they are the rocks. So it is the sphere of the rocks, right? So to deal with the rocks, guys, okay, there are several other branches of sciences are present. Okay, to deal with the rocks, there are several other branches of rock science are present. That is, the petrology and the geology are present, guys, which are looking into its chemical and physical aspects, right? But here in geography, we are not related or we are not interested in the physical and chemical aspects of the rocks, guys. We are trying to see how the rocks are formed, right, and how the rocks are changing their forms, right, and how the different landforms are created. There is a reason because of which there is a new branch of geography which is called as geomorphology, guys. So the branch of geography is called as geomorphology, which will be looking into the aspects of the rocks, guys. And the definition of the geomorphology says that it studies the evolution of the landforms. Okay, it studies the evolution of the landforms. Okay, so how the valleys are created, how the mountains are created, how the deltas are created, why the deltas are created. Okay, guys, all these things will be studied in the geomorphology, and that is related to the lithosphere, guys. Yeah. Second one is called as the atmosphere. Okay, second one is called as the atmosphere. It is the sphere of the gases, guys. Okay, it is the sphere of the gases. And the gases what we know are nothing but the air, guys. Okay, the gases what we know are nothing but the air, right? So to study the air, guys, or the second sphere, atmosphere. Okay, again a broad branch of science is present, guys, and that is called as the atmospheric science. Okay, which will be studying the atmosphere from the surface of the earth to 36,000 kilometers of elevation from the Earth's surface, guys. Atmospheric science. But we are not interested in the totality of the atmosphere, which is extending from 0 to 36,000 kilometers. Why I am telling 36,000 kilometers of elevation? Because till 36,000 kilometers of elevations, the Earth's gravitational attraction is being felt, guys. Okay, so most of the atmosphere will be getting rarefied, completely rarefied after 27 kilometers from the Earth's surface. But still it is extending up to 36,000 kilometers, because till that extent we will be having the Earth's gravitational attraction or the force acting. Okay, yeah. So here there is a branch, atmospheric sciences, that can be divided into climatology, aerology and meteorology. Okay, aerology will be studying the upper atmospheres. Okay, and climatology will be studying the atmosphere which is having some relevances to the human sustenance. And meteorology, we know it is associated with the rains and the weather conditions, guys. So the branch of geography which deals with the atmosphere is called as climatology. And the definition of the climatology says that it deals or it studies the features and phenomena in the atmospheric layers. The atmosphere, whatever we have talked about, guys, that is not homogeneous. It is present in the form of different layers, and each and every layer will be having different physical and chemical aspects. So we will be studying them. So the features and phenomena will be studied in the different atmospheric layers in the climatology. There is a branch of geography, guys. The third one is called as the hydrosphere. Okay, the third sphere is called as the hydrosphere. It is a sphere of the liquids. Okay, so for studying the liquids, hydrology is the branch of the science, guys, where they will be studying the kinetics or the motions, right, and their physical aspects, when they are moving, how they are moving, why they move, right, what is the gliding position, what is the surface tension, everything will be read in the hydrologies. But here we are studying the hydrosphere related to geography, and that is the water, and most of the waters are present in the oceans, guys. Okay, so the branch of geography which deals with the hydrosphere is the oceanography. Okay, so oceanography studies the features and phenomena of the ocean bodies. Okay, the features and phenomena of the ocean bodies are studied by the branch of geography called as the oceanography, guys, right? So how the salinity of the ocean bodies is changing, how the currents are being moving, right, how the ocean sea surface temperatures are changing, right, what is causing the cyclones to be formed, what is causing them to move in different directions, why the winds are moving in one direction, particular direction over the oceans, and when the winds are moving, what is their aspect, right, what is their help on the water bodies, how they are function, how they are making the waters to move along with them. All that aspects will be read in the oceanography, guys. Okay, yeah. Next is the fourth sphere, the sphere of life, that is the biosphere. Okay, guys, and again we know that to study the life there are several of the branches of sciences are present. Botany is there, zoology is there, microbiology, which is being divided into virology, and the microbacteriology is present. But we are not studying their kinetics or metabolism and catabolism and functions of the organs, right, guys? So we are not into the mechanism of their origin and their functioning. Okay, here we are trying to look the life in aspects with the environment or the geographical aspects, guys. Okay, so the branch of geography which deals with the sphere of life is called as the biogeography, guys. Biogeography, right? So the biogeography deals with the distribution of plants and animals on the surface of the earth. Why in some of the areas the biodiversity is more? Okay, why in some of the areas the number of species of plants are more? right? In some of the areas, the species variation is less. Okay, in some of the areas, there are no plants at all. Okay, why that variation is seen? How they are distributed from equator to the poles? Why the humans are concentrated in one place? Why they are not concentrated in other place? What are the factors which are responsible for the concentration of the humans or the vegetation in some of the areas, and why there are the demographic deserts or the desertic areas in some of the areas will be studied in the branch called as the biogeography. Okay guys, yeah. Recently, fifth sphere has been introduced, and the biogeography, one more thing guys, the biogeography or the biosphere is the sphere which consists of lithosphere, atmosphere and hydrosphere. Okay, so the human or the plant body are the combinations of solids, liquids and gases. Okay, so the three spheres join together to form the fourth one, which is called as the biosphere guys. We know that we are made up of solids, liquids and the gases. Okay, so this is related to the four spheres. Okay, so when we talk about these four spheres, recently the geographers have introduced one more sphere specially, and that has been introduced as the environment. Okay, so the sphere of environment has been recently introduced into the natural geography. See, the more information we get, right, the more analytical we become, we will be adding more and more branches. That's it. Okay, so the new aspect has been added into the natural geography, that is called as the environment, because the environment is getting polluted day by day, and the pollutions are only because of the anthropogenic activities guys. We are the ones who are polluting the environment, right? So how we have to clean the pollutions? Okay, how we have to make the environment conducible for the sustenance of the animal and also the other living organisms, including the plants and the animals and the human beings. Okay, so that is being studied in the environment guys. Causes of the pollutions and the remedies, right? So that will be studied in the fifth sphere, that is called as the environmental sphere guys. Okay, see, as such, whenever we talk about the geography or any of the sciences, we will be telling or we will be trying to tell who are the initiators of that sciences. See, if you look at the initiation, right, in the ancient texts of India, okay, they have told something about the earth and its atmosphere, and that were written some 5000 to 6000 BC guys. Unfortunately, they were associated with one of the religion, that is the Hinduism. So what the other religious people have done, they have shunned the books. So whatever the information is present in them, that is not made available to the other people. But lots of information related to the origin, right? See, when we talk about the universe guys, I don't exactly remember the shloka, but they say Anda Pinda Brahmanda something guys, which means the Brahmand means the universe is made up of several Andas and Pindas, which means several ovals are present, eggs are present and their smaller eggs are present, which means the galaxies are present. Okay, then the combination of the constellations are present, right, and the galaxies are the, see, for example, our galaxy is the smaller part of the bigger combination or constellation of galaxies guys, that is called as Laniakea. Okay, like that several of the galaxies are present, billions and trillions. So lots of information is present in our ancient text, but that has been not made available to all the common people guys. Okay, so here the father of geography, Eratosthenes, a Roman person, is said to be the father of geography guys. Eratosthenes, right? Father of historical geography was the Hecataeus, or is the Hecataeus. He is a Greek, because whatever the ancient literatures we take into consideration, Greco-Roman people are being given the titles as the fathers guys. So Hecataeus was called as the father of historical geography, and Eratosthenes the father of geography. Right? Then what happened, the Arabs have entered, because the Arabs or the Islam has originated in desert, guys, where they were not having anything to eat or drink. So they were forced to move out. And in the ancient world, there was only one destination for any person who is living on this planet, guys. That is the India. India was the deemed destination, right? So the Arabs also started coming to India on the name of trade. And you know, the Indian mentality, guys, that if the outsider come, we will be allowing them to enter into our houses, we will be giving them hospitality, right? And the best of the hospitality will be given, and we also give all the information. But any of the people from our region come, right, we ask them lot of questions, saying that which caste you belong, which creed you belong, from where you have come and all. Okay, so when the Arabs have come, our fellows have they have welcomed them open-armedly, with open arms, right? They have given them food, they have traded with them, and they have given lots of information. And the Arabs were very, very good enough. They have taken all the information from India and they have distributed, or they have spread that information in the Western world. That is the reason because of which the Westerners started telling that the Arabs are the fathers of modern geography. But we should be very thankful to the Arabs, right? They have written several of the books, and in every book they have given the acknowledgement stating that this information is taken from so and so Veda or so and so text of India, guys. But the information was given to the Westerners by the Arabs. So Arabs, the Westerners called the Arabs as the fathers of modern geography, guys. Okay. Yeah. See, here Alexander von Humboldt and Karl Ritter, they are called as the fathers of modern contemporary geography, guys. Okay. It is father of modern contemporary geography, because by 1950s geography completely got died, and the revival of the discipline or the faculties of geography were done by Alexander von Humboldt and Karl Ritter. There is a reason because of which they were called as fathers of modern contemporary geography, guys. The word is missing here, contemporary. Okay. Next is the father of modern human geography. Frederick Ratzel is the person who is called as the father of modern geography, modern human geography. And the word geography was coined by Eratosthenes. Okay, this is the information related to the ancient part, guys. Okay, now the second branch of geography, that is called as human geography. Okay, this is the geography which has been created by the human beings. Okay, this has been created by the human beings for our sustenance, or for us to live in a better manner, okay, with least of the hostilities. Okay, guys. So that is the reason because of which we are calling it as the geography given by the humans or the demigods. Okay, yeah. So this human geography consists of several branches. Okay, it is made up of, or it consists of several branches, guys. Okay, it consists of several branches. Number one is called as the thought, the geographical thought. Okay, what does the geographical thought talks about, right? It says that how the geography has developed, how it evolved, right? What was it in the past, what it is in the present, and what it will be in the future. Okay, the evolution of the geography. Just now we have said from just a descriptive science, how it has become the analytical science. All that things will be studied in the thought. Along with that, the evolution of the subject, we also study the contributions made by different people and different countries, from different countries, right? So who made the map, who started the latitudes and longitudes, okay, all the discoveries which are associated with the geography will be studied in thought, guys. Okay, the second branch of human geography is called as a demography. It's also called as the population geography, guys. Okay, it's also called as population geography. So it deals with the evolution of the human beings, where the humans have evolved, right? When we talk about the human evolution, the human evolution is against all the religious theories, guys, because each and every religious theory says that their God is the one who has created the human. Name any religion, guys, they will be telling that their God has created the human in the human form. But the evolution and the science says that human was not created. Humans got evolved from the Neanderthals or the apes or the monkey-like forms, guys. Okay, so we will be studying about the human evolution and the distribution of the population on the globe, guys. Where the people are concentrated. Why the people are concentrated in that area. Okay, that will be dealt in the demography. Then comes economic geography. It studies the processes, right, of production, consumption and distribution. Process of production. Which are the processes which are used in the production? Agricultural process or industrial process. Okay, guys. So that is agriculture and industries. How many types of economic activities are there? We all know that primary, secondary, tertiary, but there are two more economic activities have been introduced. Primary, secondary, tertiary, quaternary and quinary. Okay, these are the 5 economic activities are there, guys. Primary means agriculture and associate, right? Second means industrial and associate. Tertiary means the menial official jobs, guys. Okay, services, right? The fourth, quaternary, right? They are also the services but with some dignity, officials, or they are the, what do you say, guys, related to some formal educations. Okay, professionals. Fourth is professional services. Fifth, right, the quaternary and quinary, right? This is related to the administrative jobs which you are thinking of, guys, IAS, or the jobs related to the research and development. So they are called as the gold collar jobs. So that all the things will be studied in the economic geography. Consumption, either in the form of eating or in the form of taking in the information, because services again is associated with the brain, guys. Okay, then comes the distribution. How we are distributing? Distribution is in the form of trade or in the form of exchanging, or you will be buying and selling, guys. Whatever you want, even if you want the education, you have to buy, right? Here I am to sell, that's it. Okay, so that is the trade, guys. So that is the distribution. Then the next branch is called as the migrations, right? Now we are talking about the migrations a lot, guys, but the migration or the migratory behavior is the inbuilt nature of the human species. That is the reason because of which the evolution started in some parts of the world, and from there the people have migrated out and they started living in different continents, guys. So it is the inbuilt characteristic feature of the humans to move from one place to another, guys. Okay, but what is the definition of migration? It is the temporary or permanent change of residence involving certain distance is known as migration. For example, you the students are coming from your native places and temporarily staying in Delhi or Hyderabad or Bangalore for 1 or 2 years for studying. So you are temporarily changing the residence, that is called as the migration. Or some of the people are getting the jobs and they are moving to different states and they are permanently settling there. That's also called as a migration. So temporary or permanent change of residence over a distance is called as migrations. Generally, when we ask in the classroom, they say moving from one place to another place is called migration. But that is not the original definition, guys. We have to have the change of residence, then only it is called as the migrations. Next is the settlement geography. The settlement geography deals with the habitations or the types of houses where the humans are living. Okay, the habitations is nothing but the group of the dwellings and the groups of dwellings, the houses and the groups of houses, and that is nothing but the rural or the urban settlements. Okay, so how we will be differentiating the settlements into rural or urban? Depending on their economic activities and depending on the number of people living in that particular settlement, guys. Okay, depending on the activity and the number of people living. We will be segregating the settlements or group of houses into the rural or urban. And again, when we come into the urban, we say the towns, okay, the cities, the metros, right, the mega cities, the acumenopolis, etc. guys. So that is how the settlement geography will be studying about the dwellings. Okay, then comes the transportations. Okay, so when we are talking about the transportations, right, it is very much useful for the trading, right, and the transportations include the modes of, or it is a system where the goods and passengers are being moved from one place to another place, guys. Goods or passengers are moved from one place to another place, and this system includes several modes, right. Land transportations are there, water transportations are there, air transportations are there. When we talk about the land transportations, we will be having the roadways, right, the railways, right, the pipelines. Okay, when we talk about the water transportation, inland water transportations and oceanic water transportations. When we talk about the air transportations, we say that the domestic air transportations and the international air transportations. Okay, that's how the transportation, and this transportation subject of geography is being put under GS paper 3, that is we call it as the economic paper in the mains, guys, and there it is called as the infrastructure. Okay, so better the infrastructure, better is the development. More the connectivity, better is the trade. Better is the trade, better is the development, guys. So economic development of any country or the region depends on the transportations and their connectivities, guys. Okay, and last you will be going with the tourism. Tourism is also part of geography, guys, right. So what exactly tourism? See, the basic definition of the tourism is that it says that to go to a place which is not disturbed, peaceful place, right, and enjoy the beauty of the place or the serenity of the place or the archaeological infrastructure of the place or the historical evidences or of the place, guys. Okay, but in general it is the enjoyment, because tourism for different age groups is defined differently. For example, you the guys, tourism means going to enjoyment, any of the other country where you can enjoy without any inhibitions, guys. For example, going to Goa or Bangkok, etc. That is tourism for you, right? And for a married couple, okay, tourism means going to any of the hill stations, right, enjoying the beauty of the nature, right. And the people who are age old, more than 50 to 60 years, for them tourism means pilgrimage, guys, going to any of the place where their religious aspects are being displayed. Okay, guys. So ultimately tourism means the one which soothes the heart and mind. The place which soothes the heart and mind is called as the tourism. So these are all the branches which are present in our human geography, guys. Okay, so this is related to the geography, the introduction of the geography, guys. So when we are talking about the geography, we are telling that there are two branches, natural and artificial, the human made. Okay, natural is called as physical, right, and it is divided into 4 spheres plus one newly introduced 5th sphere, right. Lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere and environmental sphere, right. Then the human geography or the cultural geography, the artificial geography or the man-made geography consists of thought, right, the demography, okay, economic geography, migrations, settlement geography, right, then transportations, and last one is the tourism, guys. Okay, so this is the introduction to geography. Okay, and we will be going to give the totality of geography in this manner only, guys, where even a layman just who can understand English can understand my classes. I am not using any bombarding words because I have come here to give the subject to you people in more reliable manner, where you have to understand what I am trying to tell, guys. I have not come here to showcase my knowledge. I have come here to tell what the geography is for you. Okay, so obviously I have to come down to your level so that you have to understand what it is. Okay, guys, bye. See you the next video.